Extra Listening Practice 2, page 219. Getting the most out of your phone. You are going to listen to an interview with someone discussing apps. Listen and choose the correct answers.
A survey carried out last month showed that the average age of our listeners is 57.4 years old. As someone who is rapidly approaching this age, I know that while most of us own computers and smartphones, there's a huge divide between how older people use these things and what the younger generation do with them. So, our guest today is going to explain how we can get more out of our smartphones by downloading some useful apps. Welcome, Monica.
Hi.
So, first of all, what is an app?
Well, to put it simply, it's a program which you install onto your phone. The phone does everything for you and makes it ready to use within seconds. Best of all, many apps are completely free or incredibly cheap. The only problem is sorting them all out once you've downloaded them.
And are there some apps which will appeal to people like me?
Definitely. My parents find many of the apps I use confusing, but occasionally I find one which they appreciate, so I'm going to tell you about them. You don't need any technical information. As I said, installation is done for you, and who really cares how they work? The important thing is that they do work.
Right. Just to remind you and our listeners, we aren't going to mention any actual app names, just their functions. Partly because this will be a form of advertising, and partly because these things come and go quite often. Also, we can't guarantee that the apps Monica suggests are the best available, although I'm sure they are.
Right. So first of all, get a good map app. When I was on holiday with my parents in Moscow, we took a bus. We knew where we wanted to go, but my parents were panicking because we couldn't read the Russian alphabet or understand the announcements. However, using the map on my phone, a satellite tracked our route and we knew exactly when to get off.
Excellent. What next?
One thing my parents love is an app for stopping junk mail.
You mean spam emails?
No, I'm talking about real paper mail. You just need to take a photo of the junk mail envelope with your address and the sender's name and address on it. The app will automatically send a message to the company asking them to remove your name from their mailing lists, and, as my parents can tell you, it really works.
Wow, that's definitely one for me. I've never managed to stop junk mail before, although I've tried many times.
The next one may be useful as you get older too. You know when you're watching a film on the television and you need to, go to the toilet? Well, with this app, you type in the name of the film and it tells you the best times to get up and go, times when there isn't much happening, so that when you come back, you won't be wondering what's going on. It isn't so important on channels with adverts, but can be useful when watching the BBC.
That's great. OK, we've got time for one more.
So, this is something slightly more serious and you need to remember a PIN number. You switch on the app and press a button on your phone screen. If something happens to you and you let go of the button, a message will be sent to the police giving them your exact location. But if nothing happens and you're out of harm's way, you can enter the PIN number to switch the app off. This could be useful in cities after dark or for old people who live alone and are worried about falling while climbing the stairs.
These are all wonderful ideas, Monica. Thank you very much for sharing them with us and letting us know how easy they are to install. Please stay with us to answer questions about other apps that listeners may want to know about. Listeners, please don't use app names on the radio. So if you suggest any apps you have used, please just give a general topic.